All right, guys, we are here for our first Caveman quarantine workout. All you're gonna need for this is a gallon jug and a tension applying material. I'm using pantyhose today, but if you have something that works a little better than that, go for it. What we are doing is a cross upper combo, our IYTWM, some curls and side bends and a little superset, and then we're going to finish with some glute kickbacks. So for the most part, everything is body weight today, but you will need something a little bit heavy to curl, again, that 5 to 10 to 12 pound range, and for the side bends. So first thing we're doing is our cross upper. So we're gonna take a staggered stance with my non-working side forward. I'm making some fists and I am punching across and hitting an uppercut. I'm trying to get my hand back as far as I can. Now this is not like I'm throwing a punch and an uppercut. I really want this to be close. I want to be very, very tight here so that my pectoral is pulling my arm across, my tricep is working the extension, my shoulder is pulling my arm up, and my lat kind of pulls it back. So from here down into my back, I get that feeling. From here over into my arm, my chest, and my arm. So we're gonna do 30 seconds, switch legs, switch sides, same thing, very close to the body, very close to the body. Not looking for a big back and forth movement. I want to flex, 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 flex. Make sure those muscles are really turning on. Remember, we're taking our time with this to turn the muscles on rather than just trying to do it, getting that body temperature up and getting a sweat going. After this, we go into the bane of my existence, IYTWM. So starting with our I, our Y, our T, our W, and our M. So as I go through this, I want to sit into my hip so that my back really has to do as much work as possible. The modification for this, if it gets too difficult, is to stand up more and more. Really, really try not to come out of these positions. I know it's tough. We're doing 30 seconds at each spot. It's really tough, but it is pivotal to make sure our shoulder posture and positioning and muscle strength is maintained, because a lot of people are working from home and working on computers way, way more. And they're not really getting that getaway that they might by going to the gym. So making sure your posture is good with this is extremely important. So we're gonna start over Y, T, W, and M. And again, as I go through this, if I need to stand up more and more, that doesn't make it easier if I'm doing it right. If you are not letting your brain give up control over those muscles. Your brain is in charge, make those muscles work. Next thing we've got is our curl and a side bend. So holding my gallon of water, I'm going to curl for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to go right into my side bend on the same side for 30 seconds. So when I'm doing my curl, I keep my elbow pinned back. I really want that upper part of the bicep to do some of the work here. So just like I'm taking a drink, but I'm not letting it come up the way I normally would. Keep that back, back, back. Good pull through the bicep. And again, give that little flex. Make sure we're turning it on at the top. Then we go right into our side bend. So I'm not gonna switch sides yet. Once I'm here, the way I like to do side bends is almost like putting puzzle pieces in place. I wanna feel this, I wanna feel this, this, and this. So if I put my 4 fingers right there, I will start here, 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 here. That is as far as I need to go. These muscles are on. And I release, 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 release. Back to the start. Down, 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 up, 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 up. Make sure we are taking our time and hitting every single muscle that we can. Again, you're in control. Your muscles respond to what you tell them to do. The harder you tell them to work, the harder they're gonna work, but they have to be told to do it. And again, this is just a guidepost. This is just something to let your muscles feel, oh, there is something here. There is a tension to resist. Better resist it, and then your brain needs to do the rest from there. Once we get both sides of that, we're gonna do 60 seconds on our kickbacks. So I'm gonna step right in the crotch of my pantyhose. I'm gonna anchor this to something about hip high. It doesn't need to be crazy high. Back of the couch, back of a chair, bed, desk, anything like that. And I'm just holding the tension here. And just trying to get my knee to cross the position of my hip. If my knee stays down here, my leg muscles might be working, but my glute and my low back is not. So, keeping that knee bent, getting that into my glutes, I've got to really get that knee to cross the line of my body. My body is right here, and that knee comes right up to it. That glute does not need to engage. But to get it past that, that glute has to turn on. So, we got our cross upper, 30 seconds each side. IYTWM, 30 seconds each position. Curl and side bends, 30 seconds, then switch. And then 60 seconds on our glute kickbacks. So we got a lot of shuffling to do today. But your first 2 pieces, no weight, no equipment. Your second 2 pieces are the same weight. So the only thing is going to be, the only hiccup as far as your timing goes will be transitioning to the kickback. So let's go through a round. These alphabet holds absolutely kill me. I'm not even gonna pretend that they don't. So, got 20 seconds. We're gonna get it started. I'm starting with my left side. So, right foot is back, cross, and uppercut. Keeping everything very, very tight. 5 seconds. So, punch, up. Punch, up. Feel those muscles have to engage. Turn all of those muscles on. They're not going to burn if you don't make them. They're not going to turn on. They're not going to work if it doesn't start right up here. 5 more seconds. And switch. If you get a decent burn out of this, that's great. But the main thing we're kind of doing here is just warming everything up for those holds. Get that up, get that over, up, over. All right. Keeping those back muscles on and engaged. Shaking already. This is awful. So again, as you need to, don't lose that position. Just stand up. Going to our Y, about 45 degrees. Keeping The palms facing up. I want to roll those shoulders back so that the low traps, the rear delt, all of that have to do a lot more of the work. Keep squeezing them back. If you see your hands and your peripheral vision, you're losing that posture. Oh, we're on to the T. Trying to stay over. Keep those shoulders flat. Don't let them raise up. Don't use those upper traps. Keep those shoulders flat. This is terrible. This is just terrible. Oh, Lord. And now we come to our W. Come into our W, keeping those shoulder blades back. Trying to keep your elbows up. Almost. And then our M's. Keep the elbows bent, keep the elbows up. I'm not worried about how far back they go. I'm worried about how well you can keep those elbows up. We're almost there. Almost there. 10 seconds. Try to stay over, try to keep those back muscles loaded. All right. Now we go to our curl. Good. Pull into that bicep muscle. Keep that elbow back. Keep that little flex and keep squeezing that pinky too. Don't rest on those pinkies. And now we side bend. If the finger trick helps you, work it. Again, hit each of those little abdominals one at a time. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Nice, smooth, slow, steady breaths. That was a crap one. There we go. There we go. And find my spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, up, up. Make sure your hips are not shifting to the other side. So if I go down and my hips are moving, now I'm not hitting those muscles. All right. So, nice quick transition. I'll start and go. Get that knee back and hold it. Make that glute engage. So I started at 45. Okay. Keep the chest up. Don't slouch. Getting some shakiness. That's good. That means big muscles are gassing out and are having to talk to muscles that don't work very often. You don't get this in HIIT. Okay. Same thing. Find that tension, find that position. Make sure we're getting that leg back enough. And it's more my knee. I need my knee to get back there more than my foot. Again, if I just extend my leg, my glute gets missed. Give a little hold, just a little flex, a little squeeze in there. 5 more seconds. All right. So that is one time through. I'd like you to do 3 rounds of this. Give yourself about 60 to 90 seconds in between. Let that blood flow kind of circulate through there. Grab a drink, catch your breath, but really hold it to that 60 to 90 seconds. Just because you don't have somebody counting your reps and keeping your time doesn't mean you get to take all the time in the world. Keep the burn going, keep that intensity on, and keep those positions tight. Really squeeze. Again, you got to be training your brain more than your body right now. Pair these up with some beach body or some HIIT, and this will be great. But if you're just doing one or the other, we're going to have a really awkward time when we get back to some of the equipment and the weights. So comment down below if you have any questions. I'll be checking. If you have me on Instagram or Facebook, shoot me a message. I'll clear up wherever I can. But aside from that, this is day 1. I'll have 2 more for you later this week. Aside from that, keep staying active, keep staying healthy, and I'll see you next time.